You may have seen some traders establishing positions in things like the SPX 0 days with zero, and they're selling options, naked options, selling naked puts and naked calls. And, they say, well, yeah, okay, selling a naked strangle like that, or a straddle if they want to tighten up the strikes. It has a couple of things going for it. Well, you get a high potential profit. Profit can come faster on a naked position. You put it on in the morning and maybe you hit your profit target later that morning after a couple of hours. It has a higher probability, generates a lot more positive theta, okay? And all of those things are true. But let's actually create a trade like that and take a look at a particular metric. Let's just sell let's pretend we're going to sell these 75, 45 puts, and let's go for another, just for the sake of argument, another $1.95 option, these 75.80 calls, okay? And yes, okay, I have a 66% probability of profit. That looks good. My theta is $389. That's awesome. Max profit's $385. But look at this number over here, $149,000 of buying power effect. What does that mean? It means that you'll need at least $149,000 in your account, of buying power in your account, to put that trade on. So, yeah, if you have a $10 million account, $20 million account, $50 million account, yeah, I get it. You can handle trades like that. No problem. You can use up $150,000 and that's fine. And even absorb maybe $150,000 loss. Okay. But what if you have an account that's not so big? Maybe, $5,000, $10,000, $50,000. You can't do these. You can't put a trade on like this. And what does that mean? That you just forget about it? You just, you don't trade. You look in from the outside thinking, gee, I wish I could trade, but I can't because I don't have enough money to do this stuff. Okay, don't do that to yourself. Because when that trader is selling these naked short strangles, they're missing a very important characteristic. Remember these numbers. I have about a 66% probability of profit. My theta is 387, and I need $149,000 of capital. What if I just buy some protection, 10 points out? So I'm short the 75, 45 puts. Maybe I'll buy the 75, 35 puts like that, and buy this and short the 75, 80 calls. I'll buy the 75, 90 calls. Okay. Create an iron condor. Look at these numbers. 62% probability of profit. The other one was about 66. That's not a meaningful difference. Okay, 66% versus 62%. Okay, that's basically the same as far as statistics goes in trading. My theta was about, 368 if I recall. Now it's 207. Still pretty high. But look at this number over here. $805 versus $149,000. This is why naked short options in things like the 0 DTE SPX options, okay, it's great if you have a lot of money, but if you have less money, if you don't have an account that can handle a $150,000 buying power requirement, sell an iron condor. The metrics are better. Think of it this way. My theta, $207 over 805. That's about a 25% theta return on capital. That's pretty high. As opposed to what? 385 versus 149,000? That's not even 1%. Okay? This is my point. That if you need to sell naked short strangles, okay? If you need to sell naked short strangles because your account is so big and you need the extra profit to move the needle on your account, okay, sell the naked short strangles. Okay, because if you have $50 million in your account, selling an iron condor in the SPX and generating, a $200 profit, that's not gonna generate an overall return you're looking for. And do you sell more of these? Well, maybe you sell a lot of these, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, or you could just sell one or two naked strangles and get the job done faster. Yeah, I get that. But for most people who don't have that kind of money, it's better, I think, to use a defined risk trade, like an iron condor, for example. And you can widen these strikes out. You move the strikes around until you find the metrics that you like. That, getting the risk in line with what you want, getting the profit in line with what you want. That's the flexibility that options give you. Let's take a look at something else. Let's clear this out. Let's look at let's look at Nvidia and see if it's true in Nvidia also. Let's go to like 44 days. Okay, so maybe I'll sell the 185 puts and sell the 255 calls. Okay, so again, 75% probability of profit. That's great. Okay, $17 of Theta. That's good. Buying power effect, $6,400, $6,476. So again, if you have a $50,000 account, maybe you can do that trade, no problem. Use up about, not quite 10% of your capital on one trade, which maybe you don't want to do. But if you have a small account, $5,000 account, no, can't do it. If you have a $10,000 account, you really want to hold up 60% of your capital for potentially 44 days in one trade, not necessarily. So what if I go and I buy the 80 put and the 260 call, create the iron condor? Okay, probability of profit 70%. That's still basically the same. Okay, Theta is way lower. Yeah. Okay, Theta is $2 as opposed to 17, but this is now only $394. And if you look at a metric like comparing the Theta you earn versus the buying power effect, that ratio, defined risk trades in expensive stocks, whether it's SPX, the big index, or Nvidia trading at $215, defined risk strategies let you trade these products and actually get better metrics than naked short positions. If you have a giant account, go ahead, sell the naked positions. Okay, sell the naked strangles. Go ahead, that's fine. I don't care. But if you have a smaller account where you need to manage your capital, use defined risk trades like instead of selling a naked put, sell a put spread. Instead of selling a naked call, sell a call spread. Okay? Instead of selling a strangle, sell an iron condor. Yes, you give up potential profit. Yes, your Theta is lower. Yes. But your buying power requirements are dramatically lower. That's why if you don't have a lot of capital, doesn't mean you can't trade. One of the big differences between, and I'll use the term very loosely, retail traders and professional traders or institutional traders, it isn't knowledge, it isn't access to technology, it isn't understanding option theory or pricing or anything like that. It's capital. That's it. You may know just as much about option trading as somebody sitting on some big trading desk. But the difference is they might have hundreds of millions or billions of dollars of capital to trade with. You might have $5,000. That's it. So use your brains. Go in and find products where you can put on trades like this that are, not a huge, either A, don't exceed the amount of money you have in your account, or B, don't use up a huge percent of it. So if every trade, let's say, uses up, for example, 5% of your capital, that means you could have, 7 trades on, and use up about 30 to 40% of your capital. The bigger your account size, maybe you don't want to risk that much, but for a smaller account, yeah, to learn how to trade, to get exposure to things, to see how these things work in real life with real life money, yeah, you may want to use a little bit more capital. But the way you do that is with defined risk trades. So no matter what you see other traders do what's right for you. Again, none of this is a trade recommendation. And if you do decide to trade this stuff, please don't take any more risk than you are comfortable with.